Good morning, welcome to the channel. This is Meredith and today I'm going to start a weekend in my life. So this weekend is a little bit different. I'm going to be in New York City today, which is Saturday, but I'm going to be traveling home to Minnesota for the rest of the year starting tomorrow, Sunday. So it'll be a little bit of a split there. I have so many errands to do, a lot of stuff to do around the house because it finally set in last night that like I'm leaving this apartment for like 2 months. And the last time I left for like what I thought was going to be a month, it ended up being like almost a year, and that was because of COVID. So it's a little bit different mindset right now because it's like this is planned and I did this to myself. So I need to tidy up and stuff like that, and then also get everything ready to go. So I have to do a load of laundry, and then I also have to do some final last minute packing and like get some stuff ready to go in my go bag. And then on top of that, I need to try to figure out how to get my mail. So if you haven't been following the saga, I haven't had mail service in my apartment building for 2 weeks because they've been trying to upgrade the mailboxes, and then they've had them installed, but the post office needs to come and like validate them or verify them that they haven't been tampered with and they're installed correctly. And the post office apparently has been no-shows for the past 2 weeks because I tried calling yesterday because I went to the actual post office where my mail should be, and the guy was basically like calling me an idiot and was like, well, like, why would we have your mail here? I was like, well, we don't have mailboxes at my apartment right now, and like my mail has to be going somewhere. He's like, well, it wouldn't be here. I said, yeah, but you're my postal substation, like it should be here. So then I called my landlord and they said that they've been scheduling the mail person to come out like 3 times a week for the past 2 weeks, and it's getting kind of ridiculous. They're getting frustrated about it too. So the manager came out and was like, yeah, he's gonna go to the post office and like physically walk over somebody to inspect the mailboxes today, and that didn't happen, I don't think, because I didn't get my mailbox keys, and there's still signs up in the hallway being like, well, it's gonna come when it's gonna come. Okay, breakfast today is a pain au chocolat from the freezer. This is not from my haul this past week. This was from a different one. I just keep the pastries in the freezer and then defrost them and then warm them up slightly. And then here is the yerba. I didn't have any caffeine yesterday and I felt it, so I'm going to try this thing. I also don't have any coffee right now, and since I'm leaving tomorrow, I also don't want to pay $6 for a coffee. Okay, for my carry-on, I'm going to use this. I've never used this actually. It's the Weekender bag that I got from Aldi, couple of seasons ago, obviously. I don't remember what brand it is. Something B-side, B%, I don't know, B Pro, I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to pack this up. It is somewhat structured actually, and it has some nice little pouches here. So it does have like one pouch actually, so it's not as nice as I thought. I thought it had like a separation there, but it does have some a little bit of structure at the bottom, but it's a pretty large bag. I don't know, I think this might be a little bit too big, but I'm going to use it and then hopefully gate check it because I don't like carrying duffel bags at any point in my life. I wish that it had oh, it does have a crossbody strap. So it has a crossbody strap as well. So I'm gonna pack this one up. Second post office for the afternoon, gotta go back to the first one again in an hour. Going to see if I can find some baby gifts at the final sale. Got baby presents and Christmas presents done. So I did intend to go to the Christmas market at Columbus Circle, but no time. I have to go to the post office. Got a small portion of my mail, not all of my mail. Some of it I think is just going to be lost forever, which stinks. Some of it was like important tax documentation enclosed, and I'm never going to see it again. Okay, I don't know if you could have heard me in the last clips, I might have cut it out, but I was able to get 2 pieces of mail, but that's not even close to everything. It's not even what I should have been getting. So none of these things that I got today were items that were in my informed delivery. I should be getting some tax documents from some of my former employers, which are a little bit concerning because, long story, there's like a class action lawsuit unknown where those mail pieces are. They might be in the mailbox, honestly, I don't know, like they just suddenly disappeared. And I got an email that I was still able to get things out of my mailbox, but it was like, sorry for the inconvenience, but we don't have mailboxes right now. I was like, huh, interesting. I just used my key to open my mailbox. I was able to find my global entry because I am smart, and I sent it to my P.O. box rather than my home address. So thankfully I have that in my possession now, because that was a real nail biter, if I'm being honest, because it was like, I don't want to go through having to call Homeland Security and be like, somebody, like the Postal Service lost my global entry because my mailboxes at my apartment were broken, and then the mailbox people never came in to check the mailboxes, and my substation of the USPS is useless, and I'm still waiting on tons of mail from 2020 and it's now 2023. I didn't want to have that conversation in 2023. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I grabbed at Trader Joe's. I also picked up some things at the sample sale. I went in initially just to buy some things for my friend, like my childhood best friend who is having a baby, like maybe has already even had the baby. So I wanted to grab some things for her because the Giggle brand is so good. Honestly, the clothes from Giggle brand are better than the clothes that I own for my own adult self, and they are super on clearance. So if you're ever in the area and you do need baby clothes that you have like a gift or something you want to buy someone, Giggle brand is usually like $5 to $10 there, and they retail for like 60 bucks. So did that, and then I was also like by the checkout, and then I saw there were wool scarves on sale, which is like the perfect winter gift. Honestly, I was like kind of wanting some for myself, but I was like, no, it's the season where you don't buy anything for yourself. So I found this really nice and subtle Coach scarf, and it was like in a print that I think, or not a print, a style that my cousin will really like, so got that for her as well. Anyway, let me show you what I got at Trader Joe's. This is a mini Trader Joe's haul, just grabbing stuff for tonight and tomorrow morning. I like how it looks like I'm drinking wine in the morning, but no, that caught my eye. They got me at the checkout. So I got a cranberry harvest salad because it sounded nice and seasonal. I'm also trying to get more of some of these like more fibrous vegetables in my life. So sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, kale, spinach, cranberries, sunflower seeds, and apple cider vinaigrette. I am hopefully not going to be able to pick off the sunflower seeds. Hopefully they're individually wrapped in. No, I see them right there. Bummer. I don't really like sunflower seeds, but it should be a nice salad. And then I have some turkey breast lunch meat in the fridge, so I'm gonna see if that's okay to eat still because it's a little bit old. And then for the morning, I got a vanilla almond spiced chai protein smoothie because I figured this would be nice to hold me over until my flight and I get back to Minnesota. So it has a good source of protein, non-dairy beverage, vegan, perishable chai tea, almond, coconut cream, exotic spice blend. I like how they exotified everything. 320 calories. So I mean, honestly, if I would have been thinking, I would have grabbed another protein milk from the office because that stuff fills me up so long. But this one is half the amount of proteins, I think. Where is that even on here? Yeah, 15 grams. So the one from the office is 29 grams. But this is the details here, and these are the ingredients. So I mean, it is what it is. And then they got me at the checkout. So if you're like new to Trader Joe's, if you see a 6-pack or like a 4-pack or whatever, you could just grab one of the cans from it, and they'll charge you the per item price. So like the 4-pack was going for $6. So I got charged $1.50 for this. But just sounded nice. An apple Italian wine cocktail fizzante. Probably butchered how to pronounce that, but yeah, I thought this sounded nice. I do like the simpler wines because you're able to get like just enough wine that you like don't overdo it, but it's like you don't have to worry about the whole bottle, just in one can. Okay, I experimented on something as well. I cleaned my stovetop, as you can see, but the grates were just not coming clean, so I threw them in the dishwasher and hopefully they're okay. They were like really greasy and sticky, and I like tried everything. They ate through 2 sponges because it was just so rough. So yeah, I threw them in here and they do look like they are, yeah, they feel so much better, yeah, but they're hot as heck. So I'm gonna let them cool here with the lid open. Okay, so this looks like a mess, but laundry update, everything didn't come fully clean and it still smelled a little bit weird. I think that somebody put something weird in the dryer, so it was kind of out here on the sofa air drying, but it does feel dry now because my apartment is 110 degrees. So I'm going to pack what I need to pack and then put the rest away. Hey y'all, time to get down to business. Gotta start packing. It's like 4 o'clock, so I've done everything I needed to do outside of the house, so now it's getting the inside the house tackled. Drank a bottle of half tea, half lemonade. It looks really gross right now because I added water because it was a little bit too sweet, so it looks kind of like urine colored. So I won't show it to you. Well, I just showed it to you, but it's the honest tea one. But yeah, I'm going to pack up the things on my vanity here that need to go in my train case, not train case, whatever this is called. Vanity case, hanging case. So gotta get that stuff packed up, and then I'll just have it and then I'll throw it back in here as I use it tomorrow morning before I run off to the airport. So yeah, I'm getting everything set up. I have basically everything packed. So my plan is to like use that weekender bag and then hopefully they'll gate check stuff, and then I'll throw it in gate check. If not, it fits in the overhead, obviously. But I put all my vacuum bags in there because I did the whole like stand on the scale holding the suitcase thing with the other one, and it's teetering around 49, 48 pounds. So I didn't want to risk it with one of the vacuum bags in there, so I'll just put them in the carry-on. And yeah, that's the plan at least. So we shall see how that goes. I'm just getting everything packed up and ready to go. It'll be an interesting trip. That's all I gotta say. I just feel like very harried right now. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't been prepared to go back yet, even though like I knew it was coming for a very long time. Well, maybe not like super long. I had only just bought my tickets, but we had been talking about it for a while, how I would go back for the holidays, etc. I'm trying to pack. I think I'm going to take like an unknown palette, which is a little bit risky, but let's see which one is the unknown one I'm going to pack. Maybe this one. I think I'm going to pack the Ciate London one. We'll see. It has a lot of usable shades. I also lost the plastic. And then I'm also going to pack a trusty palette here as well, just in case the other one doesn't work well, and also the other trusty palette here as well. Warm tone, cool tone, got everything set in terms of tones. Got my eyebrows, my mascara, my eyeliner all packed, got a brush. I am going to pack a new blender thing from my storage, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Okay, so I think I told you that I was smart and I changed my address for my global entry to my P.O. box, but I was not smart because I haven't been using this sleeve, but apparently this protects the information on your global entry card. So PSA, if you had this and you kept it with your passport, but you never kept your global entry card within it, you were a dum-dum like me. Okay, so I forgot to film, but I took apart my Click and Grow, and now it's drying on my empty trash can, which I also sprayed with, I sprayed the trash can with Lysol. But yeah, I took out the last remnants of the basil plant. It worked really well. I used up, I think, almost all of the basil leaves. There, I think, were like 6 about left. So this was really good experiment, but I needed to get rid of it so that it wasn't gross when I wasn't here. This is the Harvest Cranberry something salad from Trader Joe's. It looks pretty good, and this is that apple cider vinaigrette. Regretfully, my turkey breast was very old, so I'm not using that. So I am instead going to use a little bit of the Kirkland bacon bits. Try this. Sorry, I'm left-handed, so it's not a very good placement here. So it's a Simpler Wines apple Italian wine Fizzante cocktail, so let's give it a go. Okay, so it's sweet. The first flavor is definitely sweet, and then you get like that sparkling apple cider flavor from like New Year's Eve, you know, when you get the little sparkling apple juice. But then you do have kind of that wine alcohol flavor in the back. I don't think I would purchase this again. It's a little bit too sweet for my liking, but that being said, the rosé one is actually quite good, and I tend not to like rosé because it's like way too sweet for me. But I do like Simpler Wines, because again, it's like just one can is sufficient, and you don't feel like, or at least I don't feel like I have to have another glass to like, you know, contribute to drinking the bottle or anything like that. And then on top of that, the price is pretty reasonable, so it's about $1.50 a can. So if you buy like the 4-pack, I think it was like $6. So that's my review, and that's my 2 cents for right now. It's about time for me to go to bed. It just turned 10. Since you last saw me, I've been busy. So I've been lots of housework. So I took out my trash, took out my laundry, recycling, took some donations of perishables from my fridge. So now my fridge is like completely empty. I have like just sauces in there basically, and like some other weird stuff. I don't know. It's not perishable, but it's like kind of weird. Anyway, and then I took it to like the neighborhood food donation place, and then I have been finishing like double packing. So I think I packed way too much this time, so we'll see, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be gone for so long, I need to pack all of this stuff. But realistically, I wear the same clothes every day, so it doesn't really matter. But I did kind of need to pack some work clothes just in case I needed to go on a work trip and I like didn't plan for it. So I had to pack work pants, work jacket, you know, that sort of stuff. And yeah, the only thing left to pack in the morning are my skincare, makeup, and electronics. and I should be set to go. I think I'm going to head out somewhat early for the airport. I think they changed my flight time, but I didn't get a notice about it because it now says departing at 10:45, but I could have sworn it said 10 o'clock. And like, I would never have made up like such a round number as 10 o'clock because now it's like I don't even board until 10:10, which is also like, I would have remembered that number as well. Good morning. I'm awake and ready a little bit early. Actually, it's 6:45, almost like 6:40. So I am planning to leave to the airport at like 7. No, that's really early, like 8. Because my flight doesn't leave until 10:45. So I am also flying to LaGuardia, so it's very close. But I'm going to have this vanilla almond spiced chai protein drink from Trader Joe's yesterday. I'm also like right teetering at 50 pounds for my checked bag, so we'll see how that goes as well. It's so embarrassing because I'm not even traveling that far. But yeah, I have so much. Decided to give this a taste test for you in case you've never tried it, because I've never tried it. Oh, it's like thick. It's kind of sour. It's kind of like what's that brand? Boathouse Farms has one as well, but this one is like thicker. I don't know. I was gonna say it tastes like nuts. Yeah, it has almonds in it, so it's like they ground out the almonds. It's like very thick. The sun is just coming up. Back home. I am thing one. I'm the oldest. Okay, so I am in my parents' house in my like childhood bedroom. I have done some unpacking and I wanted to show you how much skincare and makeup I brought with me. A majority of it is going to be donated, and then I have some that are going to be gifts, and then some that I brought to use myself while I'm here. I'm going to do a separate video, but this is the chaos that is my suitcase. So I have some clothing items that are going to be donated. They're new with tags items. And then I also have all of the skincare and makeup in here. Again, some of it is going to be gifted to my friends and family. Some of it is going to be donated, and then some of it I'm using myself. So again, I'm going to be doing a separate video where I'm going to go through, and I reckon I have about $3,500 worth of product, I think, in here. My mom thinks it's like $1,500. So I'm going to do a fun game and a video where I see how much retail value there is in this product in here. Also, this is like a hefty amount weight wise as well. I think it's like 20 pounds or so. I was exactly 50 pounds, and I had clothes in here and some shoes and stuff and some other gifts and stuff in here as well. All of these new sodas. More new soda. Even more. Limited edition soda. I didn't even know they made some of these still. This is fancy. I'm going to show you what I picked up at the Asia Mall. So this is the first Asian American mall in Minnesota. So it's located in Eden Prairie. My parents and I stopped on the way home from the airport today. So I'm going to show you what we got. So it's mainly noodles, just as an FYI. The first thing here was from the refrigerated section. These are some fresh noodles. They had about 20 varieties. They were somewhat expensive compared to what I pay in New York by about $2 or so, but I haven't seen them at the other stores. I haven't been at United Noodle in a while, but it could be there as well. I also bought the Bulldog, and I got it in the curry flavor, and this one is a 5-pack. I haven't tried the curry flavor for the Bulldog Bogumyeon, so I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try this one out. You know that my favorite one is the light pink one, the cream carbonara one. We got some Asian Oriental style rice noodle. So got these for a couple of recipes, and it was a pretty good price. I think it was $1.99 for this pack. This caught my eye as well because it sounded nice. It's the vermicelli with spicy sesame sauce, so this sounded really good. As you can see, there was kind of a theme. I think I was hungry. We also got this. So I got this mala flavor. I haven't tried this flavor of the seaweed snacks yet, but this one is the typical seaweed snacks that you can buy at like Daiso or Asian grocery stores, etc. Also grabbed this Asian-inspired stir-fry ready sauce for Singapore noodles. So this sounded like it was going to be kind of nice, simple, sort of weekday sort of meal at the evening time. So grabbed this. And they also had a very large Filipino food section, which is kind of new for Minnesota. So like United Noodle, I don't think has quite as many Filipino staples. They also had a large Filipino area in the frozen food section as well. But we got some of these sauce mixes. They also had them in the pre-made sort of like wet sauces, but we decided to go with this just to try it out. I haven't tried the brand before. So we got the sisig and the adobo sauce mix. And I knew there was one more, so we also got the kare kare flavor as well. We got two of these. So one is the sesame paste with peanut, and then we also got the Sichuan spicy noodle sauce as well. I was craving noodles apparently. The final two items are kind of interesting. So we got this yogurt almond flavor. So these have like powdered yogurt on them. They're like full-on almonds, and this one, I don't think I've tried this brand before. It's Mogabon, so I don't know what that is, but interesting. And finally, we also picked up some rice paper for some spring rolls. Overall, the total was $43.47, so it was a pretty reasonable amount of money for how much we got, especially because they were pretty specialty items. So let me know below if you have tried out the Asia Mall and if you bought anything and what you got. Starting off with something that is not specialty, grab some salads for the week. This one is the Thai and Cashews chopped salad kit, so this one is pretty good. This one I haven't seen before. This is the Twisted Caesar chopped salad kit. It's the pesto Caesar flavor. We are going to be doing a charcuterie board tonight, and then also throughout the weekdays and stuff when it's a little bit more hectic. This is the scalloped crackers, sea salt and pepper, and this one is quite nice. They have 3 different flavors. Also got some grilled crostini toasts. I've always wanted to try this whenever I order on Instacart, but I always take it out of my cart. It's the macaroni and cheese, and this is a truffle and porcini mushroom. So I figured that since there are other people here who would help me eat it, it was a better choice to buy it now and try it now. So Aldi actually has really good coffee. This one is the house blend, but we have another fancy one. This is the other fancy one. So this is one of the ones that's like on rotation. This is the German roasted, and this one is the mild ground coffee. We also grabbed some Australian licorice. This is going to be a present for my great aunt who's like 100. She really likes black licorice, so they had this, so figured I'd grab it. So this stuff is just basic household things. So a couple of pounds of spaghetti here, it feels like, yeah, 2 pounds. We also got these cheese pairing spread sets. So it has fig and honey, cherry and rosemary, apricot and cumin, and pear and cinnamon. And these are all different spreads. So this comes out around the holiday time. It's a really nice thing to pick up. I think it was like $7.99. Got some cornichon for the charcuterie. Also picked up a fruit punch water enhancer just because it's kind of nice to have. They had some Indian sauces. So there were about 6 flavors. I grabbed the butter chicken one. I'll read my phone. We got some evaporated milk, nothing exciting, and some black olives. These are actually the reason why we went there, because I wanted to try them. They had the turkey stuffing flavored potato chips and then the garlic mashed potato flavored potato chips, and both of them sounded nice. There were only a handful of them left, so grabbed one of each. Some Brussels sprouts, some other items for the charcuterie. Got the not your average cheddar, and this is the cheddar and Gruyere. So they have like a similar thing at Trader Joe's. I can't remember it because I don't really eat cheddar cheese that much, but it has unexpected cheddar, where they do like a cheddar plus some other sort of cheese flavor. We also got the honey I'd rather be at the sea, and this is an artisan cheddar cheese with sea salt and honey. And we also got the charcuterie trio, and they have this in the charcuterie end aisle, so if you have this in your store, they had a bunch of other items, including some sweet things like truffles, etc. Oh no, I accidentally grabbed a whole milk, but this one is a yogurt. Grabbed a couple of these shelf-stable cheese tortellinis. This one's mushroom. Actually, both of them are mushroom, and I'm going to be making some tortellini soup. And I wanted to try this because I thought it sounded kind of weird. It's the eggnog flavored Greek yogurt. Got some cranberries. And last but not least, sorry it's very unexciting, got 2 pounds of chicken breast. So all in all, we spent $96 there, but we had a lot of like one-offs, and also like the cheese was kind of expensive. But yeah, so that was the haul from Aldi. Fig and honey, pear and cinnamon, apricot and cumin, and cherry and rosemary. I'm trying the Not Your Average Cheddar and Gruyere. It's very salty, and it has like very strong cheddar flavor. So not my favorite cheese. I'm going to try the honey I'd rather be at the sea. I also realized when I was doing my haul that it's cheddar cheese, so we'll give it a go. Okay, the texture is very different. It's not as, I just don't like cheddar cheese because it's so salty and so bitter, but this one is like, I guess it's the honey, but it has a slight kind of like savory salty flavor. It's not like super duper salty. And you can't really taste the cheddar quite as much in this one, but not my favorite again. I forgot to do a closeout, so thank you again for watching. That was the weekend wrap up for you. So I did a lot yesterday actually. So not only did I fly from New York to Minnesota, but we actually got the soft opening tickets. I would say compared to like right when I got in there, obvious comparison in my mind was like, what's different about this versus like United Noodle? The answer is it's a little bit more than just a grocery store. So like United Noodle does have the Uni Deli, so that actually is a pretty good place to eat actually. Thinking back to my college days. But yeah, anyway, they have a lot of grocery items, whereas the Asia Mall is a little bit more like a theme park, for lack of a better word. Like they have a huge food court, tons of different vendors, a couple of sit-down restaurants, that sort of thing. And then on top of that, they have groceries. In terms of walking around the grocery section, there is a lot of overlap in terms of the products, but I see most of the overlap in like the East Asian sort of thing, so like Chinese food and Korean food. They kind of took the biggest hits of all of them, but I do think that unlike at United Noodle, while they do have a large Southeast Asian and kind of South Asian sort of options there at United Noodle, their options at the Asia Mall were a little bit wider. I don't know if that makes sense, because it is a little bit more of a curated selection. So I kind of think that United Noodle can be a little bit overwhelming, if I'm being honest, because there's just so many ingredients and so many things that I personally don't know how to cook with, whereas at the Asia Mall, it was a little bit more curated in terms of like the top hits, as I mentioned, for each of the different cultures and cuisines and stuff like that. And also, I don't know why my eyes look really weird. I was trying to find good lighting in this house, and it's a little bit hard. But yeah, anyway. And then after that, we came back home, I unpacked, and then we went to like the conventional grocery stores. We went to Aldi and then the local one, picked up some stuff for cooking throughout the week and also for the holidays. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just continue doing what I'm doing, and whenever I pick up the camera, I pick up the camera. So if that's interesting to you and you want to see what I get up to in Minnesota, we're actually going to do a lot, so do consider subscribing, etc. Also follow me over on Instagram stories and Instagram, I don't know why I said stories, I don't really post that much on stories, but follow me over on Instagram because I have been posting a little bit more frequently, just because it's a little bit easier on the go to just like push send, you know? Anyway, talk to you later. Thank you again for watching. I will have spoilers and stuff coming up, and also unboxing videos, so don't worry about that.